Hey everyone, welcome to 𝗏𝗶𝗺𝗃. My name is Sanjay. So today in this video, I'll be showing you the basic functionalities of Elementor, like how you can edit or create a page using Elementor. So this is the block that we are going to create today, and we will try to replicate this block. And the topics that will be covered in this video are about sections, columns, inner sections, padding, margin, image box, heading, text editor, button and icon. So let's get into the video. Okay, I'm logged into my dashboard, and if you guys haven't installed the Elementor plugin, what you have to do is go to plugins and click on add new. Now on the search bar, search for Elementor. Okay, now select the first plugin which says Elementor website builder, install it and activate it. Okay, I have already installed and activated the plugin. So I'm just going to visit my site by clicking this visit site link. Okay, now I'm switching to the projects page, and this is where I'm going to add the new block. As you can see, we have already created a block and we are going to replicate this one. So what you have to do is click on edit with Elementor. Now choose a position where which you want to add the new block. If you want to add it on the bottom, just hover over the bottom and you will see a plus icon which says add section. Click on it. Then click on this plus icon which says add new section and select a structure. And I'm selecting the second one. And if you want to add a block above this section, you can click on the plus icon above and select this add new section and select a structure from there. So I'm just gonna close this one. I'm going to add the new block in the bottom. So I'm going to continue with this one. Okay, as you can see, this section contains two columns where we can add different elements on both the columns. So when we add a new section in the Elementor page builder, inside that section you will see a column, and the number of columns will be based on the structure that you chose while creating a new section. As I have chosen the double layered structure, I got two columns here, and if you choose single layer structure, you will be getting a single column. And the main difference between a section and a column is that a section will expand based on the screen size, but the column won't. Now let's see how we can add elements to these columns. So the elements that are going to be added on these columns are inner section, heading, image, text editor, button and an icon. As you can see here in this section, we got it all covered. On the left side we have an image box, and on the right you can see a heading, under that text editor, an inner section, a button, and on the left side of the button you will see a large icon. So let's see how we can replicate this section. For that, I am going to add an image box on the left column. So on the left side you will see image. Click on it, then drag it and drop it on the left column. Okay, now you can see here we can add an image over here. For that, on the left side, select the choose image section. Now you can either upload an image from your PC, or you can just select it from the media library. I'm going to select it from the media library. Okay, I'm selecting this picture and then click on insert media. Okay, now you can see that we got the same image as on the top. Now to add a heading, click on the 9 square dots on the top of Elementor editor and select heading. Now drag it and drop it on the right column. And before we edit this heading, I am just going to add all the elements that we are going to use today. And after everything has been added, we will design it according to the design on the top. Now we want to add the inner section below this heading. For that, again click on the 9 dots, select inner section, drag it and drop it under the heading. So as the name suggests, an inner section is used to create another section inside a section. Okay, now I am going to add a text editor to the right column of the inner section. For that, click on the 9 dots, select text editor, drag it and drop it on the right column. Now we want to add a button, so select the button, drag it and drop it under the text editor. And finally we want to add an icon, so select the icon and drag it and drop it on the left column of the inner section. Okay, now we have added all the elements that are used in this top section. And now what we want to do is just redesign it accordingly. So let's start with the heading. For that, click on the heading. Now on the left side you can see that we can change the title. I'm just changing the title. Okay, now if you want to change its alignment, on the left you can see alignment and choose left or center or right. I'm selecting center alignment. Okay, now if you want to change its color, font or size, on the top click on style. Now click on this text color and choose the color, or you can type in the color code on this box. Okay, I'm going on with this color code. Okay, now to change the size and font family, on the right of typography click on this pen icon. Now you can just increase the size by moving this bar to the right. Okay, I'm just changing it to 38. Now to change the font family, on the top you can see families, click on it and change it to the font that you like. Okay, I'm selecting a font. Okay, now if you want you can change the weight. I'm just going with the default weight. Okay, now the headings look similar. Now we want to edit the icon. For that, click on the icon and on the left you can see a star icon. Just click on it. Now you can select any icon from here. I'm just searching for a particular icon. So search for tools, select this icon and click on insert. Now as you can see we have the tool icon. To increase its size, click on it and on the left go to style and move the size bar to increase the icon size. I'm changing the value to 200. Now to change its color, click on the primary color and change the color. And if you want to change its opacity, just drag down this black bar. Okay, now our icon is ready. Now to edit the text editor, click on the text editor and on the left you can change its content. Now if you want to change its size, font and color, as we have already seen in the heading section, you can just click on the style and choose the text color, change the size and font in typography. Okay, I'm not gonna make any changes in the text editor, so I'm moving on to the button. So click on this button and on the left you can change the text and on top you can see type. Select any of the type. So as you can see, by changing the type you will see a color change in the button. So I'm selecting the type as warning and changing the text to our tools. Okay, now on the top section in the button you can see an icon next to the text inside the button. For that, click on this icon and select any of the icon from here or search for tools. Then select the second icon and click on insert. Okay, now you can see our icon is here but it's on the left side, and if you want to change it to the right side, just click on the icon position and change it to after. Okay, now our icon is ready, but to change its spacing between the text and the icon, you can just increase this icon spacing here. Okay, I'm just putting it to 20. And if you want to change the size of the button, you can select it over here. Okay, I'm selecting the medium size. Now on the top section, if you hover over this button, you can see a color change while hovering. So in order to add that effect to our button, click on the button and click on style. Okay, before changing the hover color, I'll show you how you can change the background color of the button. For that, under background type you can see color. Select that color and change it to whatever color you want. Okay, that's how we change the button color. And now to change the hover color, click on hover and click on color and choose any color that you like. Okay, I'm selecting a dark orange. Okay, now you can see that while hovering over the button, the color is changing. Okay, now let's check the top section for what we want to do next. Okay, now what we want to do is change the padding and add some alignment to the elements. So let's see what a padding and margin is. For that, select the section and click on advanced. Now here you can see padding and margin. Margin and paddings are used to create space between the elements. So first let's see what a padding is. Here in this section you can see a blue border around it. So padding is used to create space around the element inside this blue border. Okay, here you can see that as I am increasing the padding, the elements inside it are shrinking. And that's because when the values are linked, all the side will get the same value. And if you want to target a particular side and change its value, I'm going to change the value to 0. Then click on this unlink button. Okay, now you can change the value of a particular side. Okay, I'm changing the top and bottom padding to 50. Okay, now you can see that our top and bottom padding looks good. Okay, now let's see how a margin works. For that, I am selecting this image. Go to advanced. Okay, first let's see what will happen when we increase its padding. As you can see, the top border spacing is increasing. Also, when we increases the bottom padding, the bottom border space increases. And when we give negative values to the padding, there is nothing happening here. So what if you want to move this image above its border? First let's see what will happen when we increase the margin. Okay, as you can see, the image is not going up, just the border spacing is increasing. So if you want to move the image up, you want to give negative values. Here you can see that the image is now moving up. So that's how a margin works, and I'm not using margin now, so I'm just closing it. And now what we want to do is we want to change the background color of our newly created section. For that, click on this section, and on the left side go to styles, and you can see background, and on the background type you can see classic, gradient, video and slideshow. Click on classic. And if you want to add a background image, just click on this choose image section, and if you want to add color, click on this color section and choose a color. Okay, I'm selecting an orange color. And if you want to decrease its opacity, you can just drag down this second bar. Okay, I'm just gonna copy the above background color. For that, I'm selecting the style and copying this background color and pasting it to the background color of our new section. Okay, our background color is ready, but as you can see, both our sections are placed close to each other. So in order to add some spacing between them or a gap between them, click on this section and go to advanced. Okay, if we increase its padding, you can see that the space inside the border is only increasing. And if you want to add a gap between both the section, we need to unlink the margin value and increase the top margin. Okay, now you can see a small gap between both the sections. Okay, now let's see what we want to do next. Okay, if we see the top section, all the elements inside the second column is in the center portion. And if you see our newly created section, all the elements are in the top. So in order to move the elements to the bottom, just click on this edit column button and go to advanced. Now unlink the padding value and increase the top padding. I'm changing the value to 85 and changing the left padding to 50. Okay, now you can see that all our elements are in the middle. Now if you see the top section, our icon is placed under the text editor or really close to the text editor. So in order to align our icon really close to the text editor, just hover over to the middle side of the inner section and click on the middle side of this column and drag it to the left to change the width of the columns. Or you can just click on the left column and in the layout section you can see column width, change it to 30. Okay, now you can see both our section look similar. Okay, now what if we want to add a link on this button? When someone click on this link, we want them to be redirected to a particular page. So let's see how we can add a link to the button. For that, click on the button and go to content, and you can see a column for link here. Type in the link here and click on update. Okay, our section is ready now. We have successfully replicated the above section. Now to visit our page, I am opening a new tab and adding the URL of our website. Now go to projects page, and here you can see our newly created section. And when we click on this button, you can see that we have been redirected to the page link that we have given. So that's it. These are some of the basic functionalities of Elementor, and if you guys are having any doubts related to this video, please let me know in the comment section, and also I'll be providing my contact details below. You can contact me there. So if this video helped you guys, please make sure that you click on the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.